My name is Russ Merrick. I'd like to welcome you to the manufacturing facility of MerrickMachineCo located here in Allen, Nebraska. Today what we have for a demonstration for you in our Triad product line, this is the Diamond Quad framing table. This is a unique table. We're going to show you some of the features and the benefits, what they can do for you. We're actually going to build a wall on this. We have a manual tool dolly, which will be on your left-hand side, and on the right-hand side of the picture, you're going to see an auto dolly. We have two different dollies to show you today. We're going to run the table in and out. We've got pop-up rollers, kind of cover the scoring stops, and the cast iron color-coded flippers. We'll go through all this with you. Then we've also got a handlebar router in place towards the end of the line down here, suspended above. Really unique feature to have on a Diamond Quad system or in a Gen 2 system if you're not going to advance yourselves and go towards the router bridge. It's a good way to get started and make things happen using the handlebar router. Okay, real quickly, I'm going to go through some of the controls here. I'm going to bend down here real fast. And initially, all you have is one hookup for electrical. It's 110. You've got a pigtail coming off your main disconnect. All of our Triad machinery has a disconnect or has a transformer. Fortunately for this table, transformer is not required. It's 110 electricity. You've got one main air hookup. It's on the main portion of the frame down here. You want to run about 110 psi, maybe a little more, depending on how your plant's laid out and how much volume everything else consumes. We've also got a tape track system. We've got one on each side of the machine. Tape track identifies for the operator where the stud's going to go quickly. Once again, you've got one on the right side and also one on the left side of the table. As the table advances, moves out, the tape track also moves with it. Now on the left side, this is the adjustable side. It's going to go in and out. As we requested, there's a drum switch over on the right-hand side we'll show you here shortly. Now on the right-hand side over here, this is the fixed side of the table. It doesn't move at all. Now, the machine comes with, it's going to have some leveling feet. We've got 6 leveling feet, sometimes 8. Depends on how long your table is. It might even be more. Leveling feet have to be put in place. Shoot the table into the transit. Bolt it down, anchor it to your floor, and then go ahead and start operations. Now, I'm going to run this in and out a few times to show you a few things that are going on here. We've got a drum switch, as I mentioned before. It's going to be on the fixed side for the operator. You can actually run the adjustable side in and out. We'll run it on the rack and pinion systems. We have a gear motor with a torque limiter on it. What does that actually mean? The torque limiter is going to go ahead and keep running until it either stops or when we're actually coming and clamping, the torque limiter will go ahead and slip so we can actually squeeze up on the stud nice and hard. Now, a table such as this table is fairly long. It's in excess of 24 feet. And we're going to have 2 motors to get that done. And the reason we have that is when you actually put your top and your bottom plate, lay in all your studs, you're going to come in and squeeze the wall, get everything nice and tight. The other thing I'm going to point out, standard on all of our Diamond Quad series tables, whether it's Diamond Quad for wood, whether it's Diamond Quad for steel, you're going to see an Outrigger system. What's that? Outrigger system for you, the customer, is basically it's a foot that comes down here with a wheel on it. So you've got several legs all the way through this. This particular machine has 4 different legs on it. And the outrigger comes down and actually rolls on your floor. So this part of the table isn't sagging at all times like you see a lot of some of the competition's machinery do. So it's always suspended and supported. Now, the outrigger legs are adjustable because not everybody's floor, unfortunately, is flat. I know we all like to believe that, but they can't form them. So you can run the table in and out real quick, nice and easy. It's not very hard. Drum switch is conveniently located. Once again, this is a rack and pinion system. The other thing we have, once the wall is completed, you're actually going to roll everything off on the skate wheel rollers. Those are the nice shiny ones we have here, located on both sides. The adjustable side on the left and on the right side on the fixed side. There's a little lever valve. You actually pop up the entire wall once it's framed off. Operators push it down line. Ideally, you can have some more conveyor down line into a sheeting station where they're going to apply their sheeting, get it in place, do your routing, and then finally you take it into your last station on Diamond Quad line, which will have a panel stapler bridge, so you can go ahead and actually drive in all the fasteners on every stud and seam. Okay, real quickly, we have cast iron stud locators. These are color coded. We have 16 and 24 inch on center. Well, what's the advantage of the cast iron locators? Number one, wherever there's a blue flipper is 24 inches on center. Try and get this in the shot here as best I can for you. But every 24 inches, if that's what you're looking for, all the operator has to remember is put a stud wherever there's a blue flipper. So in some cases there's the yellow and the blue. The yellow actually represents 16 inches on center. So wherever there's a yellow flipper, you can just put in every 16 inches. Go ahead and lay one down each time. So it's real simple for the operator. We're going to do 16 inch on center, we're going to do 24. We can also do 12 inch on center. You just let us know at the time of the order. They're also counterbalanced. The advantage of counterbalance, if you have a partition lead-in or you have a header that you're going to place on this side, all the flippers lay down and in the way, they singly or individually. Okay? I'm going to go through the dolly here with you here in just a second to get it out of the way. We actually have a scoring stop. This is a selectomatic scoring stop. It's one of our options on the table. We have a standard stop. It's just a shaft with two collars on it and handle casting. In this application, the selectomatic scoring stop has a big disc on it, and there's increments, 8-inch increments each time. So you're going to be moving an inch. It's actually numbered on here so you know what to do. The right and left hand. So if an operator wanted to go ahead and move it 2 1/8 inch, that's all you have to do is move it 2 1/8 inch. You can actually adjust it all the way out. What's your offset that you have to have from the wall? What are you looking for? Each operator can perform that on either side of the machine. Works really slick. Diamond quad scoring tables are all built in with a scoring lip that goes to the heavy-duty tubular construction that we have on the table. The scoring lip runs full length of the wall all the way down both sides. Try and get a good shot of that for you. Likewise, the tool dollies themselves, we have a hose management system here. It helps support the coily hose as we frame off and build down the wall. There's a rail system that's built along the side of the table. The rail system runs full length and actually runs beyond, because we always want to make sure we can get the dolly and park it back beyond the scoring stops. So when we pop up the wall, it's out of the way. Rolls pretty easy, nice and smooth. Quick, fast operation, running on D-groove wheels. Makes things nice and easy. I'm going to go through some of the auto dolly features here real quick. The auto dolly, you're running two 16-penny nail guns. We can mount anybody's nail gun, whoever you choose or prefer. It doesn't matter which manufacturer it is. Cinco, Bostitch, Hitachi, Dual Fast, Hasbro. You tell us, we'll mount it, we'll install it on the machine. What's actually happened on the auto dolly, it's real simple. The operator lines up the nose of the tool with his eye to see where the stud is against the plate. He's actually going to... There's a button on the right hand side. Down clamp here actually comes down, clamps against the plate and the stud, flushes them up. Two nail guns come in and fire the nails off. All this is adjustable. You can adjust the angle and so forth. We can also do 2x6. Do that a couple more times here. We're going to do the 2x4, 2x6. In this video, we're going to go ahead and shoot off the wall for 2x4, show you how that works. All the guns come with quick disconnects. Make it nice and easy to fire the tools, take them off and replace them. You actually got two quick disconnects here. One for your main air supply and another one for your trigger system. And there's actually 2 bolts if you want to slide this tool out, say you want to replace it, work on it, or trade out. Quick changeover. There's one flow control down here at the bottom. Actually, there's 2, one on top of another. If you want to adjust the speed as far as how fast we're actually cycling the machine. Real simple, not very complicated. Also on the opposite side of the machine, we've got air running over to this side. You can have a spare tool hanging here. There's also a clip pocket where you can hold extra nails and so forth. But for instance, if someone's getting in here, you're trying to nail a cripple that's gone wild on you, you can pick up a spare tool if you order it that way and go ahead and frame this off. I'm going to walk to the other side of the machine here real quick. We're going to look at the manual tool dolly. Manual tool dolly is just a little bit different. We've got a price difference here, and we dummied it down quite a bit. The down clamp, once again, we're trying to flush the plate and the stud, just like we did on the auto dolly. We don't have a pocket here, just a flat plate. Comes down, does the operation. The other thing that's going to happen on the manual dolly, we have a trigger system here. And there's as the operator puts his hand on it, hopefully get a shot of this, you're going to place both hands in this direction, but you're going to fire it by pulling this long lever that we have here. As the material goes in, you push it in, pull it and fire it off. This is the manual dolly. Manual dolly also comes standard. Once again, you're going to have a coil hose on here for a spare tool. You're going to have a pocket for extra nails. Once again, the quick disconnects on the air and the trigger for easy removal and service of the nail guns. There's also a regulator at the bottom of each machine. The coiling hose management system, whether you buy auto dollies or you buy the manual dolly, all is the same. Comes in place. Quick change out on it as well, as far as hoses if you have to do repair and so forth. The cable management system is coated, prevents wear and so forth. Now, also on this one, you're going to be doing 2x4 and 2x6 operations as far as the walls go. Okay, guys, why don't you go ahead and come on in here real quick. Let's go ahead and lay out the wall. We'll go through that. Now, the diamond quad framing table, you guys go ahead and lay your plates, throw your studs there. Diamond quad framing table comes with a couple of different features. The first one is you can get expandable metal top, wire mesh, as we call it, or you can get a plywood top. Standard that would come with it if you didn't order the expandable metal or the plywood would be a center support bar. What's the advantage of the center support bar? You throw the studs across in case the cable open really wide. Allows one operator to pull the studs in place real quick, just as we're doing now. These guys are going 44" on the center. Throw them in there. They put their top and bottom plate in first, and they go ahead and throw the studs in. The other advantage of the wire mesh top, the plywood top, some customers like to do all their operations on the table. They're going to build it, they're going to put their sheeting on, they're going to route everything by hand. All that's available. You need some surface to walk around. It's all. Alright, good job, guys. Okay, we're always going to double check, make sure that the plate's up against their squirt stop. We're going to go ahead and clamp the table up. Hear that, maybe you can't, but the electric motors are actually coming and clamping the table with both members. You can hear them slipping. Once they're slipping, then you know the wall is getting tight. Okay, guys, go ahead and frame this off. Once again, the operator's going to take the nose of the tool, line it up, eyeball, into the first stud, and into the second stud. Stop it. Okay, once they're done framing the wall off, you're going to take the drill dollies, mark them down at the opposite end of the table, which is the start end. Then from that point, go ahead, Lau. We're going to raise the wall up. It actually hits the lever on the big side. You're going to loosen it up first. We're going to unclamp the table. With the lever valve, we've actually popped the wall up. We've actually popped it up far enough that we're actually past the cast iron seggo cage. Now you go ahead and roll the wall off. Ideally what you're going to want to do is let your framers do their job first. Let them frame, continue to frame, get really good at it. Get another group of guys down line with the buffer zone between, let them start putting sheeting on. So you're doing the Henry Ford approach. Let some people focus on framing, let guys focus on sheeting, let guys focus on nailing. As far as the channel safer bridge down line and so forth. Okay guys, did really good here. Now I'm going to run down here real quick. Go ahead and walk off camera, guys. Really good. This is a handlebar router. Try to get this in the shop best we can. Handlebar router is quite useful. You've got a door or window opening that's in here, and if you're a small operation or whether you're a large operation, but you have small real estate in the building, handlebar router works real well. You can suspend it from the ceiling, generally with a cable and a bucket. Bucket of sand is a counterbalance. It actually lowers and raises. Generally it's up in the air, and the two operators, one on each side, would pull it down, and you would actually run it around and route things out the door window. I'm going to try and show you this real quick. We've got a 1 1/4 horse router on this. We've got a cast iron base in the center. We've got 2 cast iron handles, and there's an on and off deadman switch on either side. 2-man operation. If you don't choose to go that way, you can actually buy a bridge, which is called the router bridge, which can actually span across the table, second table down line, and you can route it out with cranks or with a joystick. Once again, this is the Diamond Quad framing table. We also make tables in steel, for steel applications, with sides wood. If you have any questions, please call the factory at 1-800-568-7423. Once again, my name is Russ Merrick, and I'd like to thank you for your time.